77-year-old Carol Shepard, pictured here when she was happy, healthy. But this is how we first saw her, the day we learned police were investigating how she was injured at the New London Healthcare Center.
In my 15 years, I've never seen anything like that.
Shepard was bedridden, a full-time resident at the center for the past 4 years. But in April, she was rushed to the hospital where she was treated for a 3-inch gash on the side of her head and bleeding on the brain.
It's gruesome.
Doctors also found a bed sore that went to the bone, severely ingrown toenails, and overall poor hygiene, including an open wound on the back of her hand where the bandage hadn't been changed for days.
They can't tell us anything.
Shepard's grandson moved her to another care facility in hopes she would recover, but it was too late. Shepard died 3 weeks later. To this day, the staff at New London Healthcare Center has not explained how a woman unable to speak or move on her own was so badly injured and was found in such poor condition. We have a question about one of your patients who was taken to the emergency room.
I can't answer that. That's a HIPAA violation. You know that.
Do you know you're being investigated by police?
No, I don't.
Since we started investigating New London Health Center, several other families have contacted 11 Alive, sharing their own bad experiences, saying they filed complaints, but nothing happened.
There was always an issue.
Rebecca Beatty had her mother at New London for 5 years until she died last month. She showed us some of the written complaints she says she made to the home. They are now in the hands of police.
Finding her oxygen cannula laying on the floor, not even turned on, covered in feces. The plug in her feeding tube had come undone and covered in her lunch, as you may. Finding her hanging off the bed.
You had pictures, you wrote things up, you went to the administration and complained each time.
I would file the written complaints that I did at the facility with the DON, the Director of Nursing, and I don't know where it went from there. Eventually I found out that it went to Mark, the administrator, and he had to sign off on it. But I don't know where, what happened after that. I just know that it never changed.
Despite Beatty's complaints and others, New London's most recent Georgia state inspection last year was almost perfect. It listed only 2 minor health deficiencies. In fact, the facility has passed its state inspections for the past 3 years. However, police say Shepard's incident was never reported to the state, as required by law. That's a concern for Brian Lee. He heads up Families for Better Care, a national nursing home watchdog group.
Really, nursing homes should be as transparent with these types of incidents as they possibly can be, so the problems can be fixed to ensure that all residents are safe in the nursing home.
As for Carol Shepard's family, they want answers. Answers that could keep other families from going through what they have.
Negligence. That's the only word. Somebody's not doing their job.
We reached out to management at the New London Healthcare Center for reaction to these latest allegations. I talked with the administrator over the phone. He says he's never heard of a complaint from Rebecca Beatty regarding her mother, and he abruptly hung up on me.